Henry from Denver, Colorado. Hey guys, always enjoy when you guys talk about GameStop. My question is, what's the best promotional item you can remember ever receiving from the store? Can be before you work there or even after. My other curiosity is, what's the craziest midnight launch you guys worked during your tenure? You probably have better answers to that than I do as far as midnight launches, because you have a lot more years on that.
We did a lot. I remember one midnight launch. This would have been in 2010, whatever Call of Duty that was. What was 2010? Black Ops. Okay, that one was that
pretty
was,
nuts.
That was
I remember when it
that was
came
my
out.
first GameStop, 2649. Where there really wasn't much else in our little strip mall thing, but we were still in a popular area because we were in front of a Target. And
yes,
God, we must have had 350, 400 people. We had the military was there. We had Jimmy John's gave us food to give away. The guy even brought a fucking table from the store to set it up on. That was the crazy part. Because, I remember back in the day, we used to try, and I tried at our store all the time, try to have partnerships with other places. You remember we were in the parking lot with that Buffalo Wild Wings, and I must have gone and spoke to 5 different people there. I'd just be like, you guys don't want to do anything? Anything.
Yeah.
You could bring wings at 11 o'clock, the stuff you're throwing away. The people will eat it. Bring coupons, do anything. But none of the GMs at that place ever wanted to do anything with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Jersey Mike's one was weird because the guy literally brought a table from the store, boxes of stuff, set stuff up. We were giving that away. We had other giveaways. We were having contests outside. What was it? Skyrim was fucking insane. I think we've talked about it before.
Skyrim, I remember, was a big one as far as attending.
It was the first mass appeal one because we had guys lining up outside at 2 o'clock. And they were like, can we line up? And I said, as long as you're not blocking my door or the door, because this is at 4901. If you were, as long as you're not blocking my door or the doors of other businesses, I don't really care what you do outside. But it turned out the 4 dudes who lined up first were super cool. They were just hanging out. They had a cooler full of stuff. They were giving us stuff. They ordered a pizza at one point. They're like, you guys want some pizza? We're like, sure, I get. And then we had some other guy come by who worked at a local pizza place, and he brought us sandwiches and all these this all stuff from the end of the night. And that was a tiny store, but we had probably another 250 people for Skyrim, which was crazy. And then those kids at the front of the line, we ended up giving them any kind of swag thing we had, just because they earned it.
I think for me, the 2 system launches were probably the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
The Xbox One and the PS4. I did not work this midnight. I worked the day of. I'm sure the midnight was just as bad, but GTA 5 was not a pleasant day to work.
Nope. There were people there in the morning. I think I must have opened too. I think I probably did midnight and open. There were people there hours before we even opened. We're we're not getting it till, but it was just nonstop all day. Moms coming in to buy it for their kids and all this kind of stuff, and trying to get people to buy strategy guides. And that was always the worst part of all that stuff, was all the add-on stuff they had to push. Madden ones were always terrible because they would want us to push. Madden would be
the worst one.
Madden strategy guides were are you fucking out of your mind?
Yeah.
What do you need a Madden strategy guide for? I'm trying to think of promo item stuff.
I mean, I think we've had this question in the past before, and I think the answer, and I'd still say it's the same. I don't have it in here because I don't know where the fuck it is. But when Castlevania, the second 3DS one came out, the one where you can play as the 2 characters, I don't know why I can't. Portrait of Rune. That at the time I think was the 20th anniversary. And it had this really cool thing that looked like an envelope with Dracula's seal. You can open up, pull it out. It had it was a shitty looking case, but it had a case for the DS at the time. It had a stylus for the DS. It had that timeline thing for a long time. That was the most up to date timeline. Obviously that changed. It had a bunch of cool stuff that I think it had a soundtrack sampler. I don't think it was a full soundtrack for that game, but music, and it was really celebrating the 20th anniversary.
I remember
the franchise at
the
that
one
time.
Promo thing, and I think I've talked about this before too, but remember the one that people cared about the most, where when Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, there were little figures. It came in a box about this big, silver ones and gold ones. And it was like, if you pre-order it, you got one kind of a thing.
Yeah.
We ended up getting a ton because that game pre-ordered like crazy. I think that was like 2009 or 10 as well. I just remember setting up for it. I just basically took all the figures we had and put them in the case behind us so that you could just turn around and grab one, whatever. But the problem with it was, obviously we didn't get enough because we never got enough of anything, even though we got probably 100 of each figure, maybe more.
Yeah.
But the problem is the people who were ringing stuff up were just giving them out. So like if somebody reserved a silver, well, can I get both? They would just give them both. Or the mom, I have 4 kids, but you're only buying one copy of the game, but I have 4 kids. My boss would give out like 4. And I finally got to the point where I had to tell everybody, like, you need to fucking stop.
That's bad.
Like, it's going to become a problem very quickly if you're just giving these things away. If you pre-ordered silver, you get a silver figure. Pre-order gold, you get a gold figure. Pre-order both, you get both. That's it. It's not just you can ask how many you want. That's not how it's going to work. Because by the time we ran out, of course we did. We ran out because honestly, we ran through most of them at the midnight. So then the next day I'm working. We got 10 of each. It's like, and then you got to tell people it's first come, first serve. Well, I pre-ordered it 6 months ago. I don't know what to tell you, man. My boss gave out like 6 gold ones to some dumb bitch. Stuff like that was always a nightmare where we would get 3 and have 20 pre-orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. In theory, it's first come, first serve. Oh, it's first pre-order, first get. I would call those 3 people and be like, look, you wanted this, whatever with it. Are you coming to get it like that day or no? Well, blah, blah, blah. Or if I couldn't get a hold of it, it goes to the next person.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. You reserved it 6 months ago, but had to work and couldn't get here till the next day. It's not fair. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Pre-order process at GameStop is I'm not saying it's a scam, but like the way the company wants it to be run and the way it should be run are complete opposites of how those things work.
They are.
What else were good ones? We talk about all the time the Game Crazy Resident Evil 5 Snow Globe.
Yeah, I got it on the shelf.
Just an insane like free
what a
thing.
Weird thing, right?
And it was Game Crazy only. It was just odd. Like we somehow snuck that in. What else was there?
I don't remember what GameStop's pre-order bonus was for Resident Evil 5.
Don't either.
It was not a sand. It's the sand globe.
Right. Capcom was good at doing stuff.
Yeah,
Nintendo was generally good at trying to do something like a stylus or something.
I know when I worked at Target, was it Target that, because I have 2 of them somewhere. When Mario Galaxy came out, they gave out like these coins.
That was everywhere.
Okay, that was
I've got like probably 4 or 5 of them.
I was gonna say, I don't think that those are really worth it.
No, they're not worth shit.
Yeah.
Nintendo would have cool promo stuff for employees.
Yes.
That should like advertise games. And I've talked about this before, and maybe I've shown them before. And if not, I'll try to get them out for next episode. But like when the Game Boy Advance Classic stuff came out, they gave us T-shirts for them. So like I have a Zelda GBA T-shirt and another one. But then there was like a Donkey Kong one and a Mario one. When Mario Strikers came out for GameCube, they gave us soccer jerseys. When Star Fox Adventures, when the GameCube first came out and we had our first Nintendo rep, she made like a Star Fox Adventure like visor, which I don't know where it is, which is sad. But Nintendo was really cool with like giving us stuff to wear. Sony did too for a very long time.
For a very long time.
Ratchet and Clank shirts. Sony
was always really good on like shirts.
Yeah.
Rockstar would do it too, except that you'd always get a shirt with the wrong date because they would delay their game at the last minute. Yeah. So that sweet Red Dead
LA Noire
date on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, LA Noire was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had a Ghostbusters polo for a long time.
That Final Fantasy polo for 15.
Yeah,
that was
lanyards. A good one. I have tons of lanyards.
Gosh.
Pins. Yeah, like there were times where it was like, you get the employee like bonus kind of a thing, which was cool. I still have a lot of that stuff. A Samus shirt I had once where it was like,
that's pretty cool.
I forget what it was for. It must have been a Metroid Prime game, I'm guessing.
I don't guess in our era, or at least my era, we basically watched Midnights die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We went from like Midnights being kind of a big deal to being nothing. Like by I want to say it was Uncharted 4 was the one where we just sat there and I think one person showed up.
Gran Turismo 4 Midnight at Game Crazy was awful. Driver 3 was probably one of the worst because they made me go pick that game up from like Schaumburg and drive it back. And I think we had one person show up because it was Driver 3 and nobody gave a shit.
GameStop have even done a Midnight for Driver 3 back in the day? I don't think
GameStop was doing Midnights all the time. But the other thing too is like Midnights weren't even what they were at the end. Midnight was an early term. Eventually it became 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 4:30 o'clock.
Or you get a situation like there was the one year with the Call of Duty where they called up and we sold that. The Witcher,
but it was
The Witcher 3 was another one. Yeah,
as digital stuff became more popular, it became digitally I can get it at 11. Because it comes out 12 New York, it's digital. So like, why can't I get a physical copy at 11? So that would be rolling time zones, but then Nintendo wouldn't allow that. Remember?
Nintendo would not.
For a long time. They eventually caved. But for a long time, Nintendo wouldn't allow that. So it would be like 12 every place. But then that would throw off when you could do pre-orders. Yeah, there was definitely like an evolution of what happened to Midnights. The other thing, I don't know if a lot of people know, but like, we were tasked to make them fun and do stuff on our own, like our own budget, do your own thing, like kind of a stuff. I would go to their grocery store and buy like 4 cases of soda for $10 or whatever and put them on the counter. Yeah. Just as something for somebody, or like buy one of those like mega chip packs. Occasionally a company would send us, like Microsoft would send us boxes of Doritos. Somebody sent us Mike and Ike's one year. I don't remember what that was for.
Remember when you could go to the grocery store and get 4 for $10 for 12 packs?
Oh yeah, now it's like 4 for $25.
Yeah,
it's buy 2 get 2 at the best.
Now you're taking me back.
Yeah, how long ago was that? Yeah, that's some of the better stuff. I mean, Midnights for the most part were okay. I can't remember ever one like being a shit show. Even the console ones, like we had it down.
We had it down and they went pretty fast, but yeah, like I said, as it went on, they became not a thing.
The only real problem you'd ever have with Midnights is like, so we would ring you up at 6 and give you a ticket with a number on it, like a sticker on it, and then basically tell you, hey, at 11:45, group 1 line up, group 2, like boarding an airplane. But then you'd always get that jackass who would stroll in at 11:56. And you're like, we're not ringing stuff up anymore, dude. We're getting in line. You have to wait until everyone else is out of the store before I'm even going to ring you up. What? Yeah. I said, I thought I could, but I paid it off 6 months ago. Did you come in earlier today and get a ticket and a group number? Well, no. Then you mean nothing to me.
You'd always get that.
There'd always be people. And then you get the people who, I never did it, but like don't ever answer the phone. Once the pre-ring stuff is like over and we're going to get ready to hand it out, I'm not answering the phone, period. You get people who call it like 12:02 and every so often some idiot would answer the phone. Well, I'm on my way there. I don't care. We're closed. Well, I'm on my way. I don't care.
We at least had caller ID at our store though. So if we knew it was another store calling or something, we would at least answer.
Yeah, because then it could be a problem where it's like, well, they had it reserved at your store. Can you just move the money? Yeah, sure. Fine. Whatever.
But if it was just someone's like random name. No,
do not answer the phone because then they'd beg you to stay open. No. Our rule was we'd stay open 5 minutes past the last person.
That was always my favorite thing on Sundays too. You'd always get that person that would call at like 5:55.
We're open 11 to 6.
The other town. Can you stay? Can you stay open till like 6:05?
Close in 5 minutes.
But I got to do this return. Don't care.
Doors lock at 6. We were open for 7 hours today.
Yeah.
And guess what? Tomorrow we'll be open for another 11. So figure it out. Do you know? You brought this up earlier, and we can move on. You know, McHenry's only open until 7 now.
I'm not surprised. A lot of the stores are doing that.
Yeah, but do you know what that means though? When you're only open until 7, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
You just made that.
I'm sure.
Because
I'm surprised though for that, because like that area, I would think that would be. I mean, I guess we are in the end times for GameStop.
You know, but it's on the major road in town where all the other shopping things are. And on a Friday night, my son and I had to be out there for some other reason. We were driving around. I was like, oh, we can pop in there. I mean, they close at 7 on a Friday. On a Friday, you close at 7. That's bad.
That's crazy. That's bad. Yeah. I don't even know. I'll look up the one here really quick, but we can move on to the next one. I'm curious what time they close, but
I can tell you that the stores that my friend runs, both are open till 9.
Really?
Yeah.
It's weird that, they're not consistent across the entire company anymore. But that also, again, that's the sign.
It was never 100%
bad.
consistent, but it was like 95% consistent.
No, the one that I have in town, it is open till 7 on Sundays, which is not a good sign because they're going to be open, and then Monday through Thursday, they're open till 8, but then Friday, Saturday, 9.
Yeah. So that's a normal store. I would not expect to close.
But they all open at noon. And I remember that because last fall, my fiance was going to stop in like after she got done with work and then to see just like random stuff they had. And she went there at like 10:30 and then was mad they don't open until noon. I'm like, that's just how it is.
I don't have a problem with them not opening until noon.
It's just how it should have always been. Like, you're not
same.
During the week, especially if it's the school year. You don't need to be open at a video game store earlier than noon.
No.
There's no reason.
Saturday, 10 to 9.
Saturday, sure.
Sunday 11 to 7, fine.
Perfectly fine. Monday through Friday. Like maybe in the summer, if you want to change it and be open at 10, sure. But like during the school year, there is no reason.
Winter,
I can say
not really,
how many times we would open and just stand there for the first. Like you wouldn't see somebody until noon.
You'd have one person fucking rumbling.
You'd have that one person at 10:05 that would run in, look around, especially if it was a day where the weather was crazy. Be like, the weather's really bad out there.
Have you seen a blizzard outside? It's like, why are you here?
Those were always the worst.
Can't
or
believe
like
you guys
the
are
deep
open
freeze
today.
days.
I can't believe you're open.
And the roads are really bad out there that they're in here to buy their
parking lot?
10-year-old game.
I would have people ask me that. They're going to plow your parking lot? What?
Probably not.
Maybe not.